go ahead and get started with our winning press conference here with our race winner, Joey Logano, driver of the number 22 Hertz Ford, with today's 5-hour Energy 200 NASCAR Nationwide Series race here at Dover International Speedway. This is Joey's 19th victory in 114 NASCAR Nationwide Series races, his first victory in 2013, third consecutive victory here at Dover International Speedway in the series, and this is Ford's 199th NASCAR Nationwide Series win.
I missed it by one.
You missed it by one. It means you're going to have to win the next one.
Tomorrow, then.
Nationwide Series win.
Oh, nationwide. Oh,
yeah.
Well, you have to do it next week, I guess.
There you go. So talk a little bit about your run out there today, Joey.
Yeah, starting from practice, really, this is one of those racetracks that, I feel like I really know what it takes to win and what I need in a race car, and I'm able to give Jeremy the feedback he needs to give it to me. And last night, I felt like we still weren't there. We had decent speed in our car. I felt like we were a second-place car, but we weren't quite good enough to win. And Jeremy and all the 22 team, they did a good job just changing about everything on it and got the car a little bit better. And we were able to, maintain where, second or third to first run, and then we got up to the lead for a little bit. And really the winning call was, that last pit stop when Jeremy made an audible and decided to do two tires after we already took our two, and to beat out a lot of those guys. So I think the first guy on four was back in 10th or something like that. So to give us that track position and make sure I held it off was the biggest thing. But it's a lot of firsts for me, winning for Hertz, winning with the 22 nationwide team, winning for Ford, and finally, most importantly, winning for Roger. That's definitely probably the coolest part about this win. There's a huge list of great race car drivers that have won for Roger Penske, and it's cool to have my name put on that list too.
Joining Joey, Jeremy Bullins, crew chief, talk a little bit about, as Joey mentioned, that last audible pit stop and just being part of his success here at Dover.
It's awesome. Obviously he's really good here to win 3 in a row at any track. He obviously knows how to get around here. He's right. We changed a lot of stuff last night. Didn't think we were good enough to win. I thought we were better today. We led some laps, kind of back and forth, the track position. Whoever was out front seemed like they could hold their own. The end there, we're racing the 5 and the 54. They've been up front all day. The 5's got to take 4 because he took 2 the last time. And, I had a good view of the 54. And as soon as we saw they were taking 4 and there were a bunch of guys coming that had taken 2, we called it off and took 2 and got out front. And guys did a good job.
Okay, we'll start out with questions here in the media center. Please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. We'll start right here with Mike.
Mike Embry, Speed.com. Joey, Kyle mentioned that he felt like he had to have 4 tires to have the grip. Did it surprise you that they went with 4, and how much of a difference did that make ultimately?
I assumed we were coming down for 4. Jeremy asked me, goes, "You seen what that 2 car did last, or not that 2 car, the 5 car did last time?" And I was like, "Yeah, and what do you want to do?" And he really didn't make a call. I was sitting in the box, and I was like, "Well, I don't really know if we're doing 2 or 4 here. If I'll wait till they say something, I figured they'd tell me at least." And it ended up being the right call. As far as I don't know. We didn't take 2 all day, so we didn't know. And I don't think the 54 ever took 2 either, so I don't know how they would know either. But all we had to judge off of is what Casey did with the 2 tires before that.
Additional questions for Jeremy or Joey? Okay, we'll take one here from Dustin.
Dustin Long, Motor Racing Network. Jeremy, then with Joey still talking about being in the box, not knowing if it's 2 or 4, how late into the pit stop did you make that decision for 2?
Oh, they were dropping the jack on the right side, so we had to let the jack man run around. But luckily for us, there was still enough room. The guys that had taken 2, there was still enough room for us to let the jack man come around the front of the car, leave pit road, and still come out with the lead. So that was really the difference. It was late in the call, but, that's just the way it plays out. And a lot of times you have to make a split decision like that.
So you saw the 54 going around for 4, and you saw other cars coming down pit road, and you're just like, okay, we got to do 2. And do that.
Yeah, really. That's the only thing I was watching. I didn't even call them into the box. I was watching to see what they did, and I saw a bunch of other cars coming that had taken 2, and so we knew that we would have a cushion, and we opted for 2 tires at the last minute.
What a smart guy, huh?
We'll take our next question in the middle right here from Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Joey, you've run really well at this track. I mean, since your debut, I think you finished 7th when your nationwide debut here. I mean, this has been a great track. We heard the truck guys come in their post-race comments, and they said, we want to win and beat Kyle. We want Kyle to be in the field and beat him. You, more than anybody, know what Kyle has, is, you know, what is in his arsenal, being his teammate. What does it mean to beat a guy who's, you know, that good everywhere he goes?
It means a lot, especially this year when he's winning like everything. So to finally beat that 54 car, and you know, that was, you know, the team I worked with for the last, you know, 7 years or so, since my nationwide debut, really. And you know, to beat them, it means a lot to me. After they've been winning so much this year, I want to beat them really bad. And you know, to get here in victory lane, obviously to beat them, you got to beat everybody, it seems like. But they definitely had a strong car again today. But my man made the right call.